students to always be available. Okay, well, I think let's get into the different things you can add. Oops, I forgot to turn editing on. Once you switch roles, you have to make sure that you turn editing back on. It won't remember that you were editing. And we will talk about adding resources, and you can see the different options you have there, and adding activities and the different options we have there. So once you have the label of your topic and you kind of, I don't know, maybe given a description about it or whatnot, maybe you want to add a resource. Like inserting a label kind of helps students to navigate through the site better. So maybe I'll write helpful, resources. And one of my favorite things to do is pick heading 4. I forget what all of the headings look like. We can explore that together. But heading 4 has a nice like underline that goes all the way from one end to the next. So that's really nice to use. And again, we can change the color if we want. Like let's make it red so people can see it. You can make it visible or you can hide it. But we'll just save this and return to course. And then when we get to the bottom of our page, we can see how nice that label looks. So, since I'm talking about resources, we could compose a text page. I think that's just something that gets inserted. I'm not sure what this is. All right, I wonder how this looks. I took my Moodle course many years ago. And I bet that all of that text, well, let's just do a control copy here and control paste there. I'm not sure why there's 2 of those, and you can change that. We can show it. So let's save and display and see what that looks like. Huh, interesting. And then when we go to the actual topic block, I guess you could make a text page that you could have students look at. That works. And I'm just going to hide that because you can see that that's a feature that is consistent, our little eyeball, if you will. And if I wanted to change the name of what I'm not sure or any of that, you can just update your text page, and maybe I could add an image or something. I'm not going to take the time to do that though. It would just be another save and return to course. So that could be helpful. As is this little arrow, you can move it. So let's say I decide that I don't want that in the resources, I want it above, or maybe I just want it in this block here that has some of these previous activities I've used for the poetry unit that I'm not really using right now, but I didn't want to get rid of. So let's just pop it in block 20 and I'll show you what that looks like. And it's up here. I'm not sure what this is, and it's at the top of block 20. So it's not even in our block anymore. Now the next thing is to compose a web page that is very similar, I believe. Yes, it looks the same. You have the name, you have the description would go here, and then all of your content would go here. I now understand my mistake in the other one. You could choose the same window or a new window. So they could have Moodle open, and then it would open in like a new window, a new tab over there. So I'm going to cancel it because I am not going to do that. You can play around with that. It might be nice to have a little web page attached, but what I tend to do is link to a file or a website. So let's just go back up here to my search, and let's link them to, apparently there's a movie called Welcome. So I'm just going to copy that URL, and the name, you want it to be descriptive, welcome 2009 IMDb. And you can give a description here. This looks like an interesting movie. And then here you put in the address, Control V, or conversely, if I wanted to choose a file, which I have many document directories, I will have to show you how to do this a little bit later, but you would just choose after you've uploaded a file. I'll show you that later. And again, I can choose new window, same window. I like to choose new window so they don't ever leave Moodle or get confused. So I can save and return to the course, or I could save and display. And then once I hit that, you can see a new window pops open, and there is our Internet Movie Database window that we linked to. So that's really slick. So let's say I wanted to do a file instead. Let's say I'm going to put my syllabus. Sure, let's do that. And let's leave this description area blank so you can see what that looks like. And we can choose or upload a file, and you can see that I kind of have things organized by topics, which I did much later. I do have some just kind of documents from various things that I haven't put into folders yet. It's nice to have the folders because it makes it a lot easier to find documents once you have a lot. So like I have all of my syllabi from previous years. I'm going to choose this year's, and you can see that it links there. And again, I can do same window or new window. I want a new window. Let's do save and display so you can see what that looks like. So it saves it, and if it's not appearing, then it tells you to click on the link. I click on the link, and it's downloading and thinking, but my syllabus will appear in all of its glory. Now, yay! Okay, so there it is, and you can see that that worked well. It's good to link those kinds of things to your page so that if students lost the syllabus or something, instead of you printing out another copy of it or something, then they become the ones who are responsible. Now, another resource you could use is a directory. Now, all of those folders are directories. So let's just say I'm putting my syllabi folder there. And again, I can put my description here. The syllabi I have used. And I could choose which directory I want to use here. So if I wanted to give students access to all of the documents I have, I could just put the main files directory. Don't think I really want to do that. And I can find all of the things I've uploaded there. So here's syllabi. Make it visible. Yeah, so let's save and display. And you can see. Oh, I tried to delete one time, and apparently it didn't delete all the way, so I don't know what that would be. But you can see my course syllabi there with my little description on top. And since I can edit things, it asks me if I want to update this resource or edit files or anything like that. So that's kind of nice as well. I'll show you another directory I have here with grammar. I have the finer points of punctuation, so I have all of these PDF files about punctuation and different things that we go over. So it's kind of nice just to upload it there, and it doesn't take up a ton of space. That's my favorite part about the document, the document directory. I'm not sure what the IMS content package is, and there's a part of me that thinks that it probably doesn't work in our Moodle. But that's enough for this video. I think I will continue with the next one and talk a little bit more about some other features of Moodle. So, thanks for watching.